Alrighty, I think we're good to go. How's it going, everyone? 1 of 1 here again. We did just... Wow, is that just a reactor flying away right now? Hi. We are still here over at the Behemoth station. In the last episode, we took a little bit of damage to our DiGiorno, but that damage has since been repaired. And we also threw a projector on there and made a projection of it, so we should be good to go. So, yeah. Right now we're just wasting a lot of bullets, shooting at stuff that we probably don't need to be shooting at. But you know how it is, right? Yeah, it's just blowing everything up right now. That's... Yeesh. But yeah, DiGiorno, here we go. Hi, here it is. Sorry, that was probably really loud in the mic. Sorry about that. But we have rebuilt the front end. And then, I don't know if you can see it, but there is actually a projector in there. What are you shooting at? Meteorites? Okay. But let's go ahead and head inside. Okay, so cockpit is here, and then I put the projector down. Well, there's a shield generator there, and I thought I put the projector around here somewhere too. Maybe I was thinking of that. Projector. Oh, there it is, right there. Okay, so we can now repair ourselves if we need to. Yeah, so let's just kind of hop out of here. Let's see kind of how we're doing. So we have the Behemoth over there, 1.25 kilometers away. And we have a bunch of, what are those, incisors? Yeah, a bunch of those came in. We have all of these ones over here that we still have to take apart, which is kind of what this was working on before we were so rudely interrupted. But yeah, so we're just gonna kind of hop in here and try to stay somewhat away from everything. We'll put our shield back on. And that should hopefully help us out a little bit, at least. Let me see what our shield is actually at. Shield controller. We are at 32,000. What? Why is it so low? Go up faster. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. Get up to about 300,000, and I think we should be good to go for a little bit. 342, that should be good. All right. So I'm feeling slightly more confident that we can go out here and do all the things that we need to do. And it just spawned in a couple more incisors, so that's gonna be fun. Oh, guns. I forgot guns. I don't have any of those. That's not good. So I'm just gonna be taking damage, I guess. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, I mean, everything should be fine here, maybe? Jesus, that thing is blowing up all over the place. Okay, I mean, get her done, I guess. We have a tier 4 speeder in here, which should hopefully be getting blown up now. Okay, so we got to 3 little knobby things, the orange circles, so that I think that is referencing to overheating of the shield. So it looks like we're good to go. And we're just kind of disabling stuff right now. One option that was suggested in the comments was to do a sort of, so you know how I have like the cargo thing that can be carried on top of this thing? Why not make one with a bunch of guns? Right? Makes sense. So I may look into doing that. I think that would definitely be interesting. But I mean, I don't really need that yet though. And then we're just disabling everything right now. All right, so I mean, we're just getting stuff at this point. We have a lot of uranium, which is good. We have more uranium there, also good. But I mean, we have so much of it that I don't think it's even going to be a problem running out of power. So I'll just, you know, stack it all in here as storage, so that way I'm not using up space for other things. And we're also getting ice, which is also good. Okay. So that should be spawning something else pretty soon. Usually doesn't spend too much time. I wonder why that didn't finish, like, taking it apart all the way. Like, is there something in here that's owned or repaired now? I have no idea. But yeah, so we're just, yeah, so it's disassembling that one all the way. So why isn't it disassembling the one right next to me? Weird. Anyways, let's see, where do I want to go? Okay, so over there, above the ship, kind of right there, we have one of the, what were they called? The really big ships, the Eradicators. I don't know if I've gotten everything out of that yet, but I do know that that is very close to the Behemoth station, so I'm not sure if I want to get that at this point in time. Or maybe wait. I have no idea. Wait, no, now it's disassembling that one. Okay, it's just being weird, I guess. That's fine, it's allowed to do that. What else we got? We have a Gatling gunboat coming in. And it should be getting shot at rather quickly. Yep. And of course it's going to shoot at me, but I have very strong shields, so should not be a problem. As long as I don't bump into any large grids with the shield, we should be okay. Yeah, that thing just got wrecked. And we have something coming towards me. Okay. It just incinerated itself on the shield. That's hilarious. Okay, so I could wait for that to hit me. It's not moving that fast, but I wonder if it'll actually take down the shield if it does hit me. I'm gonna move out of the way, just in case. There we go. I didn't want to risk it. A couple more incisors coming in. Okay. They are pretty tough ships, so they shouldn't get damaged all the way right away. But I am a little worried about all of the ammo that I'm potentially losing out on. Don't hit my shield. Don't hit my shield. Thank you. Oh, you're just knocking everything out of the way. Now it's going to be so much harder to get. Rude. So rude. All right. So our shield is looking very strong now, so that's always good. Mr. Shield, how are you? We are at 461,000 health. Okay, we have an Eradicator coming in. Good to go. That's going to launch a lot of missiles at me, which is not good to go. Yeah, I'm going to back up. And then, oh, and we have assertive ship coming in, shooting drones at me. Okay. Let's see, Eradicator, there goes all of the missiles. Doing a lot of damage very, very quickly. But I think that was the entire salvo. So at this point, we should be good to go to, well, provided it doesn't hit me, but to rip it apart into all of its little tiny pieces. Hey there, bud. How's it going? Just coming over to say hi? I'll come over to say hi too, you know? Take you apart, take all your pieces, because I can. And then I'll put the shield on overdrive again real quick, just to kind of, yeah, because we're down to 100,000. So we'll just disable it real quick, bring it back up. Or disable the power scaling, I guess. So it looks like the barrage of rockets does about 300,000 damage, which is a lot, actually. But that puts us back to about where we were before, so... And that's speeders shooting at me, being annoying. That's fine. Alright, so we should be taking everything apart on that thing. And then all of the guns on the Orion are still shooting at everything, which is not great. But, you know, what are you going to do, right? And am I getting shot at by something over here? Yeah, there's a drone over here. What the hell? Get out of here, drone. And of course, the Orion isn't really being picky about what it shoots at. It's just shooting at whatever it wants to, so I don't know. It is what it is, I guess. And I'm just kind of moving over here to try to bring in all of these ships a little closer to the Orion. And maybe we stop. Don't hit my shield. Don't hit my shield. Rude. Okay, so we should still be okay. Yeah, we dropped down a couple 100,000, and I think that was just from it bumping into my shield. It's really annoying, but, you know, it is what it is, I suppose. It looks like we didn't get anything off of that Eradicator, as far as, like, legendary pieces and parts. So that kind of sucks a little bit, but, you know. I wonder how much ammo I'm going through right now. This is ridiculous. Like, those guns haven't stopped firing. Is it still shooting at this thing? Jeez. Okay, just gotta make sure I'm not bumping into anything because that's gonna end my trip very quickly. We have some more incisors coming in. They are now shooting at me because they can, I guess. What are you doing there, Mr. Incisor? Don't bump into me. Don't do it. Don't do it. And then also, build and repair units. Hello. Did you just bump into me, ship? Grr. I need you to grind the guns first. It is set to that. Okay. Okay, can you guys stop bumping into me, please? And grind the guns. Okay, seriously, stop. Stop. This is not bumper cars here. Come on now. Okay, seriously, can you just stop? Just stay there. You'll be fine. Then we have another speeder coming in, which is currently shooting at me, and my shield is almost overheated. So we are going to back up and see if we can get that to cool down a little bit. We have 2 circles left before it overheats. Oh my god, don't hit anything, please. Okay. We have 1 circle left. Okay. Just gonna kind of back myself into the shield over here. Have it kind of cover for me a little bit, if you don't mind. There we go. Okay, now we can wait for the shield to cool down again, and we'll be covered by the Orion shield. And then that speeder should be getting shot at as well. And also, did we pick up any goodies? Okay, we got some legendary motors, good. Because we need a lot of those. So we got all the stuff out of the Eradicator then that we were going to get, which is good. And then our shield is almost cooled down. And wonder how much ammo I have left in the Orion. And I know I picked up a bunch in here. And it should all be tier 5 ammo, so should be good. Oh, hey, there's a antenna right there. Let's try not to hit the antenna. Okay, so let's go and dock ourselves real quick. We'll just put the shield down for now. I think we're kind of aligned, sort of, kind of anyways. Why are we not connecting? Okay, there's one. There we go. So now we are in the right position, and then we can lock ourselves down. Okay. So that should drain all of the stuff in here real quick. And then something that I want to work on in here is that little gun mount to go onto the top of this thing. So it's going to be interesting to build it. Not sure quite how I'm gonna do it yet. What are you shooting at now? Gatling gunboat? Okay. I mean, I'm behind a shield, so I don't really have anything to worry about. Okay, so... what do I have for parts and pieces? Not enough. Okay, let's see, large cargo. I think that should be enough. I mean, maybe grab a few more of those. I'm gonna do the whole thing in alloy because alloy is lighter. So, let's see, connector. Okay, I think that is roughly correct. And then I can do block, block, and then another one. Okay, so that should hopefully get that on there. And then I am gonna need this to kind of, you know, actually connect. That would be a good thing, I think. But another question is, how do I want to make this? So I suppose like the easiest way to do this, if I had to choose a way to do it, would be to do something like this, but I need interior plate for that. Okay. Interior plate. What is everyone shooting at? What are you guys shooting at? Y'all are going crazy. Okay, so is it possible to bump this thing hard enough to make it go down towards that? I don't think so. So I might have to use the tug, which is why I have the tug. Okay, so how do I want this thing to look? I kind of want it to look sort of like a tank. Like if I'm gonna do something like that, I want it to, you know, look the part at least. So we'll do that, and then do small cargo, and just the basic tier 1. This is just gonna hold the ammo, so that'll go there and there. And then we can put a gun here and a gun here. Okay. Then we can do this around. Okay. And then I'm thinking we do these along the side. And we're going to give it kind of like a curved look. And then we'll put in these guys in the corners. Have a speeder coming in. Alright, and that can go there. Alright. And then from here, okay. The only bad thing about this is that there is no real easy way. Wait, no, yes, there is. There is a piece for that. Haha. It is this one. There we go. So that is what we need here. I forgot about this piece. Okay, so that can go there and there. Good to go. And then we can do 45s here. And then I think on this front one, I'm gonna go with something like this, so that way I can still have access to that cargo container. And then that can go there. And then that can go there. And then we can put in the tier 5 turrets up on top. And have them face forward. So there and there. Good to go. So yeah, kind of like a little, I don't know. It's a thing. It works, I think, maybe. And then I'm gonna need and right now this is still technically floating. So if I go up like this, there we go. We just grabbed it. Okay. So now, if I go back here, that should... Oh, wait. We have the top blocks, right? They should be labeled. Connector bottom, connector cargo. Yeah, that's these ones. Okay, so... connectors, cargo, DiGiorno. There we go. And then we can put that group, cargo connectors, we'll put those kind of here. Okay, so now that is locked in place on top of our ship. And you can see they now have power, which is good. Let's see, what else do I need to do? I need some ammo to put in there because the top connectors are not actually connected into the cargo system of this ship. This ship right there. So they're just kind of floating there and they're just there to kind of hold the cargo in place. Let's see, ammo. Do we still have a lot of ammo? I really hope we still have a lot of ammo. We are running low. Kind of figured that. So that's is what it is, I suppose. We have a meteor storm inbound. Alright, so we will throw in that into there. Should split off into the turrets. Good. Good. Alright, so now we've got some guns in there, which is good. Alright, let's see. Get some more ammo. And to give you an idea of what we had before, it was over 1,000. And now we're down to less than 500. So it's, we've been using a lot of ammo. Not sure how I feel about it, but you know, it is what it is, and there's not really much I can do about it. But we've got lots of stuff in there now. Alright, so this is going to be the front turret. Front. Turret rear. Okay, so now that this is all locked in and stuff, when I go to fly, it should come with me, and I should be able to control it. So let us go and into here, all blocks, turret, front, good. And then we want to be able to control that one. Good. Good. And then I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna change both of these. I don't want it to shoot at meteors. Missiles might be a good idea. Small ships, yes. Large ships, no. And then also not the station. So if I want to shoot at large ships or at the station, I'm going to have to do that manually. And then this is just going to cause the turrets on the DiGiorno to act completely in a defensive, I guess, way. And then anything offensive I'll have to do myself. So I think that will hopefully work. And we'll get ourselves clear. Put our shield back on. All right. There's a lot of debris here. A lot of debris. All right, so if I want to go after the Behemoth station now, I'm going to have to get at a better vantage point. And we'll just fly through here, and I need to get at the back side of the Behemoth station. I guess we'll just kind of clean up stuff as we're going. Just little nano machines flying all over the place. And we have incisors coming in. So we are too close to the Behemoth right now, which is fine. And those are getting wrecked. All right, sir, can you not bump into me, please? Don't bump into me. Don't bump into me. Okay, good. Yeah, things just getting wrecked. Okay, little incisor. I don't need you bugging me right now, okay? Going after your papa, the Behemoth. Of course, it blows up right under me. Okay. Okay. Oh, I'm moving closer to the Behemoth? Why am I moving closer? Okay, so I want to be opposite of the yellow platform that you can see over there. And then also kind of down towards the bottom, so I'm looking at... let me grab control of this turret. Forward. Okay, so we have incisors coming in. You can go away. You can go away. Okay. So that way, I can take care of them very, very quickly. And what I want to be looking at is here. So you can see the antenna right there, right? There's another antenna just on the inside of the ship directly opposite it. So there are actually two antennas on here. And if you want to have any chance of keeping all of the spawns on here from spawning, you need... Wow, that was nanos right in front of me. You need to take out both of those. So that is what I'm going for. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay. I just did like a flip in space for some reason. And we have more incisors coming in. So let me take out their guns again. All right, you can go. Okay, you can also go. Okay, so those are now disabled. Easy enough. All right. And you need to not be bumping into me there, bud. I said stop bumping into me, sir. Rude. So rude. Okay. So I need to back up a little bit. Are you still flying? No, you're just kind of floating there. Okay, good. All right, so I'm gonna drop down so that way I'm coming at this thing directly from the side of the ship that has the antennas on it. And we have more incisors coming in. Front of the ship, there we go. Okay, that came off real quick. Okay, and that should be disabled. Do not hit me, sir. Okay, and then we have another ship coming in. Wait, what did I just hit? Oh, no, I need those on. Okay. So over here... Hey there, bud. I need you to stop shooting, and I need you to stop shooting, and of course I'm reloading right now. Okay. Okay, so that should be disabled now. And we have this little tiny guy. See if we can take him out as well. Okay, good to go. And then we have that incisor, which does not have a gun. Alright, and now I need to get in here and start taking out all of these guns. Oh, are you... Dude, why are you hitting my shield? Stop being so rude. It's like, if I can't shoot you, I'm gonna hug you. I'm gonna hug you. It's basically kind of what I feel like he's saying. Get uncomfortably close to me. Okay, so now I could just kind of blitz my way in there, but first I'm gonna move back a little bit so I can stop some things from spawning in at least. So I'm outside of 1.2 kilometers, so that should be fine. And game froze, so that's fine. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna supercharge the shield. And we do that by disabling the power scaling. I'm gonna let that run for a little bit. And we're gonna try to get at least a million HP on that thing. And then we're gonna go in there, shoot at the antennas specifically. And we're gonna be taking damage from all of the guns on the Behemoth, which is gonna be terrible. But if I can keep all of the little spawn things from spawning in, so the incisors, the gunboats, the... How is my ship fuel low? What are you talking about? Oh, because it's using all the batteries. That's fine. How we doing? 847,000, 65, 883, 900, 919, 954, and 1 million. Okay, so we'll put that back on megawatt scale. Now at that megawatt scale, this is 200 megawatts. We get 1.5 roughly HP. 1.5 million, that is. Do we have more incisors coming in? No? Okay. This is... I am not looking forward to this. The flatter I can come in perpendicular to that side with the antenna, the less guns I'll have shooting at me. But at the same time, I'm still going to have a lot of guns shooting at me. And I could go in there and just kind of take them out one by one, which is what I did the last time I took this out. And then, let me see. So that incisor is still active, which is fine. Alright, but I need to go downwards. What is shooting at me? Go away. Oh, speeder, tier 4. Okay. That's small grid, so we should be blowing that thing all to hell, which I think it already has been. Okay. Alright, so now I need to move over to the side a bit more. Try to align myself with the Behemoth as much as I can. And remember, all we're trying to do here is just limit the number of guns that are going to be shooting at me at any given time, so that way I can stay in there longer and potentially do more damage. So what I have to do is I have to shoot basically through that antenna, through the block that it's mounted on to get to the antenna on the inside. So it's not going to be easy, but I think we'll be able to do it. Let me see. Let's check our alignment. Where? Okay, sun, out of my way, please. Where's the little green bar thing that I had before? Okay, so there's the Behemoth station. Okay, so we need... Oh my god. Why? Whoa, this is different. Can we stop this? Okay, there's a bug in the game. If you are trying to pilot the ship while still controlling a turret, don't try to roll, because it will make you go crazy. Okay, so that is the... Okay, seriously, can you not be right in front of me, sir? Okay, so why am I not... Oh, that is not good. Basically, if you try to move yourself at all while controlling a turret, it will continue to move in that direction until you get out of the turret, which is going to make this very difficult to do. And I think maybe it's because it considers this as a separate grid, and so controlling the main grid from a subgrid probably has some bugs in it, I'm guessing. So even if I were to like go forward, it would continue to shoot me forward until I get out of there, which is going to make this entirely way too difficult. Ah, crap. I mean, the only thing that I can think of is to merge this to the ship, which I don't want to do, because then it would be considered part of the same grid, and then it should work better, supposedly. Or I go in there close enough. Okay, so that's rear, front. Oh, hey, we have another speeder coming in. Hey. And now we're reloading. Do you mind? Jesus, it's just blowing up like crazy. Can you... Okay, good. Are we good? Are we good? Okay. Okay, what I want to be looking at is the Behemoth station. That's going to run right into me. Bye. Okay. Okay, so this is pretty straight on. So we're going to have gunfire from here, basically everything around here, but there shouldn't be any gunfire from anything in front of those. So, and I think I'm a little off here as well. So let me move up a little bit. Okay, I think that's better. All right, so the antenna is there, and that's what we have to take out. And we are going to be getting hit by like 12 guns. So we're going to have to be get in, shoot, get out. It's basically what we're going to have to do here. So yeah, here goes nothing, I suppose. We have a lot of HP in our shield, so we should be able to stay in here at least a little while. Then I need to get within 900 meters to be able to shoot at this thing properly. Okay. And then forward, forward, forward. All right, and then we are shooting at that. And there is the other antenna back there. And I can't see my shield from here. Can't tell if I'm actually doing any damage either. Okay, I think that took care of it. So let's back out. And I think we're good. All right. Easy enough, I think. And that gunboat, is that coming in or no? Doesn't look like it. Okay, so now that I won't be getting any more spawns in here, hopefully, all I need to do now is just go in there slowly, take out the guns, and yeah, just do it one by one till I can clear one full side or something like that. And then I can go in there and start ripping everything apart. So easy enough. I mean, once you know what the structure of the Behemoth looks like, I mean, taking it out is actually pretty easy. So yeah, this should work rather nicely, I think. I'm going to supercharge the shield again. Oh, hey, platinum. Nice. Also, I want to see how much ammo. Ooh, 79. Okay, good. So I'm going to grab some of the ammo and then restock the guns. And I should probably drop off that as well. Okay, so that can go... Game is freezing. Okay, there we go. So that can go there. And I'll grab the rest. Okay, so that should be pretty good, I think. All right, so that can go in there. So now we are very well stocked in ammo. And all I need to do now is take out the guns on the Behemoth. And that shouldn't be too hard, especially since we shouldn't be getting any spawns in. So I just have to worry about the guns, which is going to be nice. Also, supercharge the shield. Probably a good idea. Shield. Supercharge. Yes, I know. Thank you. And I'm still going to need about 1,000,000 HP because until I can take out a lot of these guns, they're going to be doing a lot of shooting at me. So, yeah, just got to prepare. And we should be good after that. And then, once all that's done, I have to go and actually start dismantling all of the wreckage around here, which is going to take a little while. But, that is certainly something that we can do. So... Okay, and we are within range. I need to slow down the rest of the way. Alright, and then... Okay, so guns, that one. Take that one out, maybe. Take out that one, maybe. The only bad thing is I can't see the flames from here very easily. So I can't tell if I'm actually taking things out. It looks like that one is still shooting at me. Can you die, please? Is that a thing that you can do? I have no idea if that's actually doing any damage or not. Okay, that one just got completely obliterated. I need you to stop shooting at me, please. Thank you. Same with you, if you don't mind. Okay, how are we doing? We are almost all the way overloaded. But we can do a little bit more shooting, I think. Okay, so that's these ones shooting at me. Okay. And these ones. And these ones. And that one. It looks like the one over on the right is still shooting at me. Okay, so now we're going to back up because we are nearly overloaded. Okay. Alright. So all we have to do now is supercharge the shield again and wait for the overheating to go down. And we didn't spawn anything while we were out here, so that's good. Means that we did get both of the antennas, which is good. Okay, so supercharge. So with the shields, it's not so much the HP that you have to worry about, it's the overheating as well. So at a certain point, having like 10 billion HP doesn't matter at all because once you overheat, the shield goes down anyways. So you need to kind of figure out a balance between how much HP you can have before you overheat and then only charge it to that point. And I'm assuming that my battery is now completely discharged, or my batteries, I should say. Which is why this is charging so slowly now, because it's pulling directly out of the reactor now and not out of the batteries. So I think for now I'm just going to keep it on megawatt, charge up the batteries as I go. Okay, so how are we doing? Fully recharged in 25 seconds. Yeah, so that drained almost all the way, so that's... But why is it saying that it's fully recharged in 15 seconds? Oh, wait, no. Wait, what? I'm confused. It should have been supercharging. Okay, so battery. I don't know what this is doing. Fully recharged in 15 minutes. No, it's all the way charged. I'm confused. Okay, so if that's all the way, if the batteries are all the way charged, then shouldn't we be able to supercharge this thing? Okay, so now it is working. That's just weird. So we're charging it with 19,000 roughly HP per second, if I'm understanding this correctly. And we're dumping in 182 megawatts of power at this point. Okay. Put that back on megawatt scale. Okay, so we should be good to go now for another run. And our shield is now fully cooled down as well, which is good. Alright, so we should be starting to take damage. Alright, so let's get ourselves slowed back down. Good to go, and then... shoot, that thing. There we go. Okay, so this guy is still shooting at me. Fire, yes, okay. Next. Looks like it's still shooting. Now we need reload. Okay, this one is still shooting. Okay, that one is on fuego. Okay, that one I think is on fire now. This one is still somehow shooting at me. Rude. Okay. This one is now shooting at me. Okay. And we are reloading. And that one over there on the left did not die for some reason. Is that on fire? Okay, that one's on fire. Okay, is that one on fire? Can't tell. Alright, how we doing? Not quite there yet on the overloading. I swear to God, I killed this one already. Come on, man. Just blow up. There we go. Now it's on fire. And you, what are you doing? You need to be on fire too. Are you on fire? You're on fire. Okay, is that all of them? I think that's all of them. Okay, so now we need to worry about the missiles, because those will shoot at me, and they will hurt a lot. But I don't have to worry about taking bullet fire anymore, so that's good. Blow up for me, please. You are not blown up yet. Please blow up. There we go. Okay. Now, I think the ones back here behind those can shoot at me. And I know that this one can shoot at me, so I'm going to take that one out as well. Is that one on fire? Good. Alright. Now, what is this guy doing? Ooh, big explosion. That allows me to get at the one behind it, because that will be able to shoot at me too. Did I get it? I think I got it. It looks like I got it. Alright, now I gotta blow through these guys to get at the missile launchers behind them. So let me just destroy these things the rest of the way, I guess. Okay. And we'll take out this missile launcher. I think that's on fire now. Good. And I have to take out this guy. That has to blow up all the way so I can get at the missile launcher behind it. Okay. And I think it exploded, but it didn't actually get rid of it. And I need to actually get rid of it. Because the missile launchers that shoot out of here hurt a lot. Like, they will destroy the shield very quickly. Okay. Is it gone now? Yes, it is. Okay, and it looks like I got the missile launcher behind it. Good. Let's take out this guy. Okay, and I think that missile launcher is out of commission as well. I don't know about this one, though. So I'm going to continue to shoot at this one. See if I can make it blow up at least. Okay, now it's definitely on fire. Okay, good to go. Good to go. Okay, so now I should be able to move in closer. Now, I think the missiles will start firing at 700. Okay, so I'm getting shot at by something. That's the gunboat. Okay, so we will take care of that guy. Oops, no, that has to go on. That has to go off. Okay. Gunboat. Gunboat? Gunboat. Hi there, gunboat. I need you to die, please, if you don't mind. Okay. Good. All right, so now let's move in a little bit closer, see if we get any missile launches at us. If we did our job poorly, we should be getting shot at by now. It looks like we're okay. Ooh, shooting at something. What are you shooting at? What are you shooting at? You shouldn't be shooting at anything large grid, so what's the dealio? Okay. It's weird, but okay. And now we can start ripping apart the Behemoth with our build and repair units. Okay, so for now, because I want to get as close as I possibly can, I'm going to take the shield down. And you can see there is still a lot. Oh, hey, that's not good. We just took a lot of damage. We are still taking a lot of damage. Okay, what the hell is shooting at me? Can I move up a little bit more just to get out of the way? No, not the... Oh my god. Okay, are we good? Are we okay? How much damage did I take? Not a lot. Okay, good, good. Good. Okay, so we should be doing all right now, I think. And of course, now that gun is going to start shooting at me, so that's dumb. We're going to supercharge the shield and keep it supercharged, so we can keep up with this damage that we're taking. There we go. Build and repair units are slowly taking out all of the guns, and you can see that there is, like, for each one of those connectors that you can see there, or conveyors, is a gun or a missile. So this Behemoth is extremely well armed. Extremely well armed. And I wonder... if the build and repair units can't reach the other guns, because that would be a bad thing. They cannot. Okay. So I'm going to see if I can move them forward. Okay, so forward probably about 50 meters. I have no idea what that's going to do. That didn't do anything. Okay. Okay. So forward is not the direction that we need here. So we'll go back to 0. What if we made that 50? Okay, so that moves it over here, which should cover all of the guns. Okay, good. Build. Okay, menu. Okay, menu. There we go. Build and repair. And then we will turn that off for now. And then that should cover the entire factory, which means that we should be taking out all the rest of the guns. If I can get a good angle on everything here. And there's also a bunch of guns inside the factory as well. So keep that in mind. Okay, there goes those missile launchers. Good. Okay, guns on the bottom are going out. Good. All right. So I think that should be all of the guns on here. Good. All right, so let's turn those off for now. And then let's see, how do I want to do this? I can probably fit this entire station inside this ship, but it's going to be really, really, really slow to move if I do that. But there are no more guns, so I'm going to turn the shield off. We'll turn the build and repair units back on just for fun. And then also I wanted to adjust these back to normal. There we go. Okay, so now we can go get ourselves kind of situated, centered over this thing, and then hopefully everything will be... Whoa, 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 hey, 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 hey. Rude. Okay, so there's more guns. Okay, so we can fix that pretty quickly. We'll throw our shield back on, and then we'll move forward, so that way those are within range of the build and repair units, and then we will rip them apart. Okay, good to go. Okay, so now we should be okay. And the reason why I have to disable the shield is because if you get too close to the ship, it will damage the shield, because this is considered an enemy grid, so physical damage, you know. But with that being said, it should be safe to go in there and take a look at what kind of stuff we've got going on. So, see if there's already a hole in here anywhere. Yeah, I can take this out, I think. Take that out. Okay. So once again, this is the inside of a Behemoth, and there shouldn't be any guns in here. They should all be taken out. And then this is actually the roof. So when you go down here, this is the floor. And this is what the inside of the Behemoth looks like. This is where the antenna was. So we had one antenna sticking off the back and another one sticking inside here. So that's kind of like a hidden antenna. But as long as you can find one, you can find the other. Has a decent amount of hydrogen, but I don't really need that right now. So I'm just going to leave that. And it's already taken these things apart, which means that it's taking all the stuff that was in there and putting it into the ship, which which is good. And yeah, so there we go. Another behemoth has been slain. And I kind of want to see what kind of goodies we got out of this. I mean, it should be enough to build the legendary assembler, which means that we can actually start building legendary pieces and parts, and that's the highest tier that the Lord Beheaders mod has. So let's take a look. Okay, looks like it hasn't picked that up yet. 75,000 uranium, and that's uranium ore. 1,262 Mark V ammo. Good. But yeah, I was hoping for more legendary stuff, because this is just what I got off of the Eradicator. So maybe it just hasn't been soaked up yet. Because I would be quite sad if there wasn't any legendary parts on this behemoth. It would be very sad indeed. And we're getting so many alloy plates, this is just ridiculous. Oh, hey, there we go. Good. It's picking up the legendary stuff. 537 of those. A ton of those. Good. We even have some tier 6 rare motors, which is good for the tier 6 refineries, which I think is the highest that we can go. So if I ever want to build more refineries, I can. But yeah, that right there, along with what I already have on the Orion, should be enough to completely build a legendary assembler. So that's going to be kind of exciting. I'm actually pretty happy about that. Not gonna lie. So much uranium, I don't even know what I'm gonna do with all that. I don't need it. I mean, I just mined like an entire node of uranium off of an asteroid. Now I got another 75,000 on top of it. It's ridiculous. But yeah, now it's just a waiting game to break this thing all the way apart. And yeah. So there we go. Behemoth is down in, what was it, 2 or 3 episodes? That's not bad. Going a little bit faster, making some progress, which is good. And then this is just, it's going to take a long time to get all of this stuff back down, or to break this all down. So I'm probably just going to leave this thing running for a while. Well, hey, we have a tier 4 refinery here. Nice. It's kind of like built into the floor. I mean, that's one way to do it, I suppose. But yeah. So here it is, the whole thing. There you go. Oh, you better not be trying to rebuild everything, sir. Better not be trying to rebuild everything. Might have to investigate that. No, it looks like it's still breaking everything apart, so that's good. Good. Yeah, I think it's taken out all of the conveyor blocks now. Yeah. And then it'll start taking out the functional blocks. I wish I could take that with me. But there's no way for me to take... I can't hack this thing without breaking it down, and as soon as you break it down, it loses all of its hydrogen anyways, so... Yeah, the only way to get that out is to connect to it forcibly and then, basically suck all the hydrogen out. And that's the only way to get all that, so that's kind of a lost cause. But yeah. So, we are at 1 hour and 14 minutes, so I think we did pretty good for this episode. We managed to keep it kind of, sort of, within the range of what we would expect here. And this is my ship above me right here. Let me just hop in here, good to go. And then this is probably gonna have to sit here for like an hour, just breaking everything down. And then we are already over halfway full. But I think that's because of all the stuff in the storage. And I think we'll be able to break this whole thing down and it shouldn't be an issue. So, okay. But that's pretty much it for this episode. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. We took down our second behemoth. And it was a lot easier this time than it was the first. The first time I failed. And then it disappeared because I went too far away from it. Second time, broke it down. Good. But I took a lot of damage. And then third time, very little damage. I did a little bit of, gave the DiGiorno a little bit of a facelift with damage. But, I mean, the rest of the structure of it was good. It looks like we're starting on all of the construction blocks now. Or not the construction blocks, but the armor blocks, yeah. But yeah, so hopefully you guys enjoyed. We have a lot of stuff that we need to break down around here. And it's going to take a little while to clean all this up. So I don't know if I'm going to have another episode of me just breaking stuff down, or if I'll have it all broken down by the time I do the next video and we'll be back on our way to the alien planet. I don't know. But for now, that's all I got. So, once again, hopefully you guys enjoyed, and if you did, hopefully you will join me for the next one. But until then, have a good one.